The Irving Healthcare Foundation was ready for Halloween this year with the return, A Ghostly Affair. The event benefits our Children's House at Irving, a jewel in the community that specializes in helping youngsters like Juliana Brooks. Here's Kathy with more.
Ghoulies and ghosties, fairies,
That's me. I'm Sookie Stackhouse.
and fiends.
I am a serial killer.
Right. Folks from all over the community gathered at Irving Mall to welcome back one of Irving's favorite costume parties.
A ghostly affair because our Children's House needs our help more than ever. And that was something that was familiar and loved, and we thought, let's bring it back after 10 years.
Yeah, I think they're really excited to have A Ghostly Affair back in Irving, and so I think they're just excited to be part of raising money for such an important mission.
The evening was devoted both to bringing back the fun and to raising funds for our Children's House at Irving. The mission of our Children's House is caring for children with special needs.
Parents can drop their kids and know that they're safe in a nurse-run child care program.
There's very few facilities like this in all of the Dallas-Fort Worth areas.
So they can, if they're tube-fed, they can be tube-fed. If they need to be catheterized 3 or 4 times a day, a nurse can do that. That's a godsend.
That's not something that you're going to find at most child care facilities. They're not equipped or specialized to care for children with special medical needs.
When you have a child with special needs, quality care is even more critical. Roger Brooks knows that firsthand.
Juliana's been part of our Children's House for about 2.5 years now. She started off attending therapy there, feeding therapy specifically, and then after that we transitioned her into the daycare program.
Juliana was a typically developing baby until she was about 16 months old.
We knew that she wasn't developing as fast as most children, but she was verbally advanced. I mean, she was starting to say, she was starting to mutter words and, you know, what kids do around 12 months, 14 months old. And then she just literally stopped. The best way that I can really describe it for people is she just wasn't present.
It was a parent's worst nightmare, and the diagnosis was a long time coming.
It was really, really frightening as parents to go through this experience and not have the resources or the understanding for someone to say, hey, this is what's wrong and here's how we're going to fix it.
After months of doctor's appointments, Juliana was diagnosed with Rett syndrome.
It's a genetic, a mutated gene that actually causes girls to lose particular functions. The unfortunate thing is most girls develop normally as they're born, and then at about 16 or 18 months, our girls start to regress, and they go through a pretty severe regression where they lose the ability to talk, to walk, to use their hands. It's really a debilitating disorder.
But the Brooks family is a family of fighters. They didn't give up, and they're working to help Juliana and other girls diagnosed with Rett syndrome.
The great news is that there's incredible research going on right now all over the world, and our organization, Girl Power to Cure, helps to fund the research that's going on. There are noted about 500,000 girls and women across the world that have this condition, and really, it's not a hereditary condition. Every girl is equally at risk of getting this condition.
Brooks says he's grateful to have resources in his own community like our Children's House, which also partners with Clifton Early Childhood School in Juliana's care.
Again, just another phenomenal program. She's able to go there half a day, so they actually pick her up at our Children's House around 11 o'clock. She goes to school for half a day, and then they bus her back. I think what it does is it really helps to continue to push her forward.
Juliana's quality of life is better because of the care she's receiving. So her dad is supporting A Ghostly Affair for the sake of all the children and families that are helped.
To know that all of this exists and all we have to do is ask for it and support the cause, what better reason to be here? And have a good time, right?
A good time and a very good cause. Quality care is costly, and fundraisers like A Ghostly Affair help tremendously to offset them.
Raising the money, whether it's people making a gift directly to the Children's House or coming to this party, it helps us keep the cost of that down.
You know, if we were to charge parents what it actually costs to have their child at our Children's House, that would be $400 a week in tuition.
Many of these families that need care qualify for, almost all of them qualify for financial assistance that we raise through events like this, through the gifts that we seek in the community.
So it's events like this that allow us to be able to subsidize tuition, and parents end up paying on average $150 a week. So these events are very vital. Donors are just important. They keep the organization going.
Our Children's House keeps families like Juliana's going until the day there's a cure.
We're headed to New York to see a Rett syndrome specialist in the Bronx, and she had a conversation with my wife and I and said, I want you to really understand why I'm part of this program, because I believe there will be a cure within 3 to 5 years. That research is moving so fast and so quickly, but what she told us is, she's like, you've got to keep Juliana ready. You've got to keep moving her forward so when that day comes, she's ready to go.
This is Kathy Whiteman reporting.
To learn more about our Children's House at Irving, visit the website BaylorHealth.com and follow the links to Our Children's House.